Hey, hi, hello everybody out there. Today I went to the rough cut party for Joey Travolta's Inclusion Film Camp. Now, let me explain what that is. Okay, Joey Travolta, you hear the name Travolta, typically you think John. Joey is John's big brother, and he's been working for years with kids with special needs. He had a whole studio out in California, and he was a special education teacher, and now he does this Inclusion Film Camp, which is a film camp for kids on the autism spectrum, and neurotypical kids can sign up too, but typically kids on the spectrum to learn how to make a movie. It goes for a couple weeks every summer here in Jersey, and he does it in California too, and it's been really taken off over the past couple years. And I know a lot of the people involved with the organization that he does it with here, so it's really been amazing to watch this kind of unfold. And I've gone to the rep party every year because I actually know Joey because he produced a documentary that I was in about 2006 called Normal People Scare Me. And that was directed by a young man with high functioning autism, and Joey was the producer of that. So I've actually known him for 7 years now. And when I sat there today, and as I do at every one of the parties, and I hear the kids talk about how much the camp meant to them, what they got out of it, what they learned, the same thought runs through my head, which is that I wish that something like this had been around when I was a kid. Growing up, having Asperger's was not easy. I was very lonely a lot of the time, and I was often made to feel that my dreams, the things that I wanted to be when I grew up, were that much more unlikely because, well, you have something wrong with you. You have autism. That you can't do that. And one such dream that got kind of steamrolled along the way was to be an actress. When I was around, no, I'm gonna say 9 or 10 years old, I would get dressed up in this full kind of regalia, like a pink dress and these plastic pink shoes with little kind of fake stones on them, and a feather boa, heart-shaped sunglasses, the whole Megillah. And I would walk down the stairs and introduce my parents to Julie McVeigh, because that's who I was when I was in that outfit. I was Julie McVeigh, famous Hollywood actress star. But this is the thing that is not going to bolster a kid's self-esteem, whether you have autism or not, okay? I used to audition for the school plays. I remember this distinctly. It was always the same people who got the lead parts. Now, I'm not saying I need to get the lead role, okay? Not necessary. I don't need to be the lead. All right, I don't need to be numero uno. But I was almost always relegated to non-speaking parts. The clearest example kind of feeling like there was no talent in me was not being able to speak. We put on the production of Antigone, which, is a play from ancient Greece. This was a more updated version. This was a more contemporary version. I want to say it was set in France, but I can't swear to it. Weird, I know. Weirder still is the fact that there were three guards in this play. They had three guards in camouflage outfits. Okay, so obviously it's more contemporary. And in a great moment of wisdom, the casting director for the play took a look at Miss Amy Garino, who you see sitting here before you, albeit at the time I weighed about 90 pounds soaking wet and was maybe an inch or two shorter, which, okay, 4'10" instead of 5 foot even. But so picture me like that, and that director made me a guard. Now, I'm about the least imposing figure humanly imaginable. What would possess someone to cast me as a guard? This was obviously not an inspired casting choice, but when things like this happen over and over again, it happens enough times, you just start thinking things about yourself. But, with the film camp, the thing that gets me is that these kids, we watched the rough cut of their films that they made in the camp. You see them up there, and Joey is asking them different questions when he interviews them, and they're giving all these great answers, very candid answers, very honest answers, very funny answers. And, I've been told that I'm funny. I don't know for sure. Okay, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I've had it said to me that I'm funny. There was nobody there with a camera to capture me being funny, is the thing. Because I think that if I could have been at a film camp, it would have made me feel like I was worthwhile, that I was worth putting on camera, that something was capturing me. You know, even if the person behind the camera wasn't seeing something special, the camera was just showing me at this point in my life, and I could say, hey, I existed, I was there. The only things that we ever really got on video, because we have old, like, video camera stuff from when I was, I don't know, 12 years old. It's all holidays or piano recitals or violin recitals. When I see myself in those old videos, I see a kid who is so unremarkable and who is just alone. And these kids, every single one of them are remarkable who were at this camp. And I'm sure, you know, that's what those videos show. And I just wish that somebody could have seen me as remarkable. And that I could look back at a video from then and see myself as remarkable. Because I don't. But you know what? Instead of looking back, what I'm doing right now is looking ahead. That's really all I can do is look ahead, because the future is going to kick so much ass, I can't even deal with it. Okay, I'm sorry that's a little crass, but it's true. And I think I'm going to remember things a lot better as time goes on, because you know, all these years I have behind me and how much I don't remember. 10 more years are going to go by, and I'm going to have a whole slew of new memories to remember. And that ratio of good versus bad is going to really be much different. So, to quote the song, the future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. But I don't wear my sunglasses at night because that's just weird. If you made it this far, I salute you. Thanks for watching.